lighter blue effects up here.
Yeah, it definitely works better than...
It's really, really nice.
It's one of the better designs in a while, right?
So you have jumped into us really, enjoying the design of this racket, right? The Nanoflare 800 Pro, which we're going to talk about in this small product review video about this cool racket, right?
Yeah.
We've tested it out, both of us, and wanted to give our impressions about what we think about it. And as you can hear, we like the design a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, I've more than tested it. I actually played this racket for, I think, 4 or 5 months as the main racket I was using. Now, I normally change rackets quite often because I like to try different stuff, but this one actually stayed in the bag for a long time. But I think before we dive into our own thoughts about playing with the racket, let's do a quick summary of some of the technology in this racket. Now, this isn't the main focus of this video because there are many wonderful videos on YouTube where you can watch really deep dives in technology. We want to give something different here. We want to give the view of a former world champion and a young guy hitting the shuttle quite hard currently. So this racket, but quickly going over it, it's part of the Nanoflare lineup, the new one that's come out, and it's a wonderful revival by Yonex. It's set to be a headlight racket, yet I don't really feel like it's fully a headlight racket. It's more of an even balance racket, the feeling I have of using it.
Yeah, but we must also say that this is a 3U version.
Exactly.
So it might be a little bit more heavier than the 4U. But true, it was also not my first impression that this is a headlight racket. It's more even balanced, even maybe a little bit more, weight out here. Yeah. Actually, if you were to ask me, the weight would be more located in this area, but
quickly diving over the specs of it, we have all the good stuff going on from Yonex currently. We have the new cap system they have going on, the super slim shaft, and then of course premium graphite material all over the racket, with all of these embedded grommets to help improve the aerodynamics of the racket, so we can maintain as much swing speed with the racket when we're hitting it. And that is really what this racket gives you. It actually gives you, for how even balance of slightly maybe head heavy it feels, at least in the 3U version, it gives you a lot of speed in the flat game, but also packs quite the punch in the from the backcourt when hitting the shuttle.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's of course a little bit slower than other lighter rackets in the flat game, the defense, the net game, but it's still kind of like in the okay area, if you can say that. It's still very, very fast, and then you have the extra power, especially from the back when doing the power smashes.
Yes, definitely. You have quite a lot of power, and this, I don't know why, but the feel of this racket strikes me as something that I'd really like if I was only playing as a backcourt player in doubles. There's something about the way what they've done with the frame here, with it being a bit thicker, that, as we've also talked about in the review of the Nanoflare 700 Pro, with it being a bit more thick, all the cut shots and stuff, they feel a bit like you have a tendency to maybe hit the frame sometimes unless you change technique a bit. And with the whole way this is structured, like shots straight on, straight drives, hitting shots straight in the middle, a hard smash, there's something about the way this frame of the racket is, it just feels absolutely amazing with hitting straight on hard shots.
Yeah, and in terms of this power and this 3U version, I wouldn't probably recommend it for my son or for a mixed net player, a female. Maybe that's going for the 700 instead. That's more quick and more light. This could still, cause some things in I don't know if it will give you injuries, but of course if you are very thin and not that old, it could maybe be a little bit too heavy, especially in the 3U, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going a bit more. I feel like we have 3 rackets from Yonex right now that has this thicker frame. We have the 700 Pro, we have the 800 Pro, and we have the 1000 set. And I feel like this one sits somewhere in between the 700 Pro and the 1000 set. Where the 1000 set really is this hammer of a racket. Thick frame, head heavy. The smashes you can hit with that thing, that's incredibly powerful. It's more reminiscent of maybe the 100 set and the feeling of using that one. Yeah. Maybe that's also where the 1000 set and 100 set, same naming, came from. They're kind of alike. This one for me falls in the middle.
Yeah.
And as you can see from some of the videos going on and jumping in and out, like it has quite the punch, yet it's also great in the flat game. And very much strikes me as something that is, if I was playing exclusively doubles, I would probably look at this being my current gamer, I guess you could say, from Yonex, the racket that I would have in my bag as the standard one, using for everything when playing. It's super, super nice. It's a good looking racket, and I know that we both personally like the design of it because it's a good mixture of being a bit subtle, yet having some nice details on it.
Yeah, we don't like the flashy colors or the yellow and orange and stuff like this. It kind of like irritating our eyes when we're doing the flat game. So this color system and design is really, really cool. You can still see it's a little bit blue, yet from a distance it just looks kind of like more like it's like just a dark racket.
Exactly, and it's rackets like this is perfect if you ask me. Now we have strung this with a yellow BG80 around like 13.5 kilograms of tension, but you can do a white string, you can do a light blue string, you could do a red string if you wanted to. You have so many options on the way you want to have your racket look. Where some other rackets where there's a lot of color going on, you kind of almost forced a bit to have a certain kind of string color, so it fits the rest of the racket. This thing matches very nicely with everything else going on.
Yeah, and if it were up to me and Yonex said to me, well, Thomas, what did you want it to change for this racket? Maybe I would try the 4U version, and then I would just do the frame up here a little bit thinner.
Yes.
Then this racket would be my go-to racket, you know, when training and coaching and stuff like this. So
definitely
very close to the perfect racket for me.
Good.
Still a few things that I would change.
That's pretty high regards.
Yeah.
So I think if you're looking to get a new racket, there's a big recommendation from us on this to go try this out and go find it in a store near you.
Yeah.
Maybe your friend has it. It's definitely a fun racket to play with, and
Really is.
you get your money's worth with a racket like this. It's a
sure.
good all-arounder.
For sure, it's a good all-rounder, if you can say that. Yeah, true.
I think that was it for this review. As you guys can hear, we're quite positive about this racket. We feel like this is how rackets should be done. It's near perfect, almost there. Remember to subscribe and follow along. We'll have so much more stuff coming out. It's going to be an exciting period going forward. So we'll be looking forward to it and hope to have all of you guys follow along the journey that starts now.
Yeah, and add your comments if you have anything to add about this racket or other types of rackets. We are ready to answer you right away. So take a look in the comments and we'll just see you.
Yeah, and of course, if there's any questions and any requests on what you'd like to see from us, specific racket reviews, shoes, products, anything, leave a comment. We'll be looking along.